Hey, and welcome to our weekly Formula for Success training, our 100% free and live weekly training. And delighted to have you guys on, and especially welcome to those of you who are new, who are on their first time attending one of our live and free trainings. You're going to love it. I know you will, because again, we share so much free content with you, and we also do Q&A and give you a lot of take-home actionable steps, which is a key thing. It's not no good just getting blasted with information. It's important you get information that you can implement, straight away, straight after this call, which you can do even with this topic as well. If you do happen to be watching this as a recording, which is a possibility, make sure throughout just put comments underneath the video and questions and so on. And if you're on this live, type questions into the chat box or the question box at any stage. I'll answer them as I go along, or some I may answer at the end. So it's an important topic again, as all our topics typically are, because, again, we're focusing on sharing information with you that will have a huge impact on your life as a whole. It isn't just your body, it isn't just relationships, it's every single area. And even though we're going to speak about water in this call, it still can have that impact, which will become more, apparent and obvious as we go through the training. So the title is Discover Why Water is a Secret, How to Lose Belly Fat Fast. And that's a big part of what I'm going to be speaking about in terms of specifically fat loss and belly fat loss and how water connects to it. But also I'll be speaking a lot about the importance of water, even just for your health, just for energy, the way your brain works, productivity, all these different areas. So first of all, to start it off, how much water do you drink right now on a daily basis? What's your average? If you just type in the question box, or if you do happen to watch this recording, type in the comment section below the video. So how much water do you drink every day? Just so I know where you stand, what you do right now. Okay, we've got half a litre, 4 litres, 3 litres, 2 litres, lots of 2 litres, a few 500 millilitres, a couple of ounces, which I'm not sure how much that is, pints. Okay. You've got a huge variety in terms of anything from very, very little up to about 3, and a couple of people at 4 litres. Okay, so again, that's kind of average, okay? That's great. I just wanted to see where you're at, because you can compare then to what I advise you to do as we go through the training. First of all, because our main topic here is water connected with fat loss and belly fat loss, just want to stress a couple of points here. I want you to get the word diet out of your mind. I want you to get the word diet out of your vocabulary, and I want you to promise that you were never ever going to go on a diet again, because diets don't work. The first 3 letters of the word diet tell you what it does to your body. Okay? So D-I-E, diet. It makes your body die. It kills your metabolism. And this is why it's so important for you to get out of following diets. Don't follow diets anymore. Okay? They are a complete waste of time. They destroy your body, and they are not a long-term strategy. It's like when we tell you about water on this call. It's something that's seen as such a small thing, such a trivial thing, but it will have a huge impact on your fat levels and your energy and so many other factors on a long-term basis. These are the kind of things you need to implement, not diets. So get away from diets. Another one, fat-free. Stay away from fat-free. The reason is the majority of the time it's just great marketing. It's great use of important words like fat and free that hook people in to buy the product. And with the whole media that has a whole marketing angle about fat, it just makes people spend huge money on these products when they usually are worse. When you see products that are 90% fat-free, 99% fat-free, 100% fat-free, a lot of time they're not actually that good at all. A lot of time they're worse. You'd be better off to get the original version that may be full fat. The reason is that to make it taste good, there's fat in it. If you take out the fat, it won't taste that good. So how do they make it taste good while having no fat? They put in loads of different chemicals and sugars and maltodextrin and glycerin and all these different things that are actually way worse for your body. Corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, and so on. So don't just get used to reading the front of packets. Make sure you start reading the back of the packets. Read the ingredients and the nutritional breakdown. And as I said, beware. Have the alarm bells go off whenever you see fat-free. Okay? Because just, especially with this type of webinar training where we're speaking about losing fat and losing belly fat, a lot of people coming on will be the type of people who maybe have either previously or in the future or right now get hooked in by these things. So That's why I want to focus at the very start and clearing up what you should and shouldn't be looking at. So the thing is, what if the answer to weight loss or fat loss was actually found in a glass of water? Could it really be something that simple? Can you really lose fat and lose weight just by drinking water? Sure, isn't water just for, when you're thirsty and that's when you drink it? Well, the answer is no. It's far more than just when you're thirsty. And actually, when you're thirsty is a sign that you should have drank water a long time ago, which I'll speak about in a little while. Our formula for success, again, is all about educating people on the importance of having a success mindset. You combine that with effective, consistent exercise. You combine that with good, balanced nutrition and quality sleep. You're going to get the body of your dreams. Now, in the bigger scheme of things, in terms of your whole life, this is the catalyst then for success in all the areas of your life. Your relationships, your professional life, your wealth, and so on. And I have a number of clients and past clients on the call, and I'm sure every one of them can vouch for that fact that when they got better control of their mind and their exercise and their food and their sleep, it had an impact, of course, on how they looked and their energy and their confidence, self-esteem, and so on. Because when you look better and know you look better, you feel better, get all the confidence. But it doesn't just stop there. It impacts everything else without you even trying to. It just means that you start attracting great things into your relationships, your professional life. You start creating more money and so on. It just naturally happens because you're putting out the right vibrations. This is where things like water are so important, which would fall under the nutrition category. Key thing is getting control, which all is about education, getting the right information. But if you have the information, you need to take action. That's how you're going to get results. So it's key that you do these three things. Get the education, take action, get results. And the key thing is it rests with you. It's down to you. You are the person who needs to take action. And if you are not taking the right action, then it's going to be very hard for you to get the results. Okay? So it's so crucial that you start taking responsibility for your actions and taking responsibility for where you are right now. So if you're on this call, because you have stubborn fat in your body, you can't shift. You just cannot get rid of it. And you're hooked into this free training because of that reason, because you see that, right, water, could that really do it? Nothing's going to happen unless you actually implement this information, okay? So you need to take this information on board and implement it. That's what's so, so crucial. All right, so are you ready to start implementing what I'm going to teach? Get into chat or question box, type of Y or an N. Are you ready to start taking massive action? Because if you're serious about changing your life and changing your energy and changing how you feel, you're going to do it. Okay, great, lots of yeses. And just keep engaging throughout the whole presentation, because again, it's what helps me to keep going as well. Okay. Right, so my promise you basically after this presentation is you're going to understand the key role that water can play in your fat loss efforts. You're going to understand why water plays such an important role in your memory, concentration, and energy levels. You're going to understand why bottled water is not as it seems. This is going to be an interesting part of the call in terms of I'm going to speak a lot about tap water and bottled water, which is actually better for you, because there's a lot of debate out there. You're also going to know, I'm going to speak a little bit briefly at the very end, just about technology that I personally have. It's from Japan, which it produces the best alkaline ionized water, and I'll speak a bit about why you should be drinking alkaline ionized water as well at the end. And if you want more information on that, I'll give you some details too. So really, can it be that simple? Drink more water, you end up like this? Well, it's obviously not just exactly that. You're not going to get your perfect body by just drinking water, but it makes a huge, huge difference. Of course you need to exercise correctly. Of course you need to eat the right foods. Of course you need to get the right sleep. You need to get all the right balance in all the different areas of your life. And that is what's going to do it. But water has a massive role to play in, your level of fat in your body. So in terms of how it impacts fat loss, it's important that you focus on fat loss, not weight loss. And those of you who are clients of mine or have been in the past, you know how big I am on this and how much I stress the point that you need to focus on fat loss, not weight loss. Because it's fat that you don't like in your body. It's not weight. We're just conditioned to think of weight because of all the marketing. So it's crucial that you start focusing on losing fat. Hydration curbs hunger. It also makes you full, the more hydrated you are. It replaces sugary drinks, which can only be positive. Boosts your metabolism. It's a transport mechanism for nutrients into your bloodstream and muscles for faster recovery and results. Huge detox effect. So in terms of like how important water is, there's many, many benefits that I've just gone through. People don't really realize that how much water they drink will have a huge impact on success or otherwise of any weight loss or fat loss program. So you need water. Everyone needs it. Doesn't matter if you want to lose weight, lose fat, or just be healthy or whatever it is. The reality is you're 75% water. Your body's 75% water. I just sit there right now on this call. So that just shows how important it is. It has a majority stake in our body. So if you don't feed that correctly, if you don't keep yourself hydrated, your body can't function properly. It can't function at its optimal. And if you're not functioning at your optimal, then it's going to be very hard for you to, feel as lively as you should. You're not going to feel as energetic as you should. You're not going to have your brain working as well as it should. You're not going to get the results you should from your training. It's just so important. And most people aren't even close to being properly hydrated. Most people are actually dehydrated. Another thing that's important is your brain is 83% water. What makes it even more important is that your brain doesn't store water. Okay, it doesn't retain it, which means you're either hydrated or you're not. So it's really crucial to keep hydrated every single day so your brain can function at its optimum. So, take things like your concentration, your focus, your memory, your mood even, which your brain has a big impact on, your productivity, your results you're getting in any area of your life, your sleep even. All these things are affected by the amount of water you have. But if you're dehydrated, you can't function correctly. So here's a lot of the functions of the body, a quick synopsis of it. So again, it says 90 there, it's about 83 typically. Body temperature is regulated. Your blood is mainly water, so again, it's a transport mechanism. So if you don't have enough water, the blood isn't going to be of the right consistency. It won't be able to transport things properly. The detoxification is massive. Bones contain water. Moisturizes your joints. Helps your organs to absorb nutrients better. Protects the organs. Helps your metabolism. Moisturizes the air in your lungs. Transports nutrients and oxygen into cells. Now these are only a few of the many, many benefits and reasons that you need to drink water. So I can't stress enough to you how important it is. That's why I asked at the start how much water you're drinking, because you need to be drinking a lot more than that. Like pretty much everyone. Even those of you who are drinking 3 liters a day, you need to start getting that to 4. Or even more. But if you happen to be drinking, say, 500 milliliters a day at the moment, for the next 7 days, work on drinking 1 liter a day. The key thing for permanent change is making small steps in the right direction, not making radical changes. I'm not a fan of radical changes, as any of my clients in the call can testify to, because it don't work long term. People can't go from doing one thing, like drinking 500 milliliters a day, to drinking 6 liters of water a day the following day and keep that up. It just does not happen. Of course, like everything, there's exceptions, but it's a complete rarity for the majority of the time. So make sure you're focused on increasing your water. Okay, so whatever you're drinking right now, if it's really small, just add like half a liter. If you're drinking 2 or 3 liters a day, add a full liter. Okay, and commit to that for the next 7 days. Are you committed to doing that for the next 7 days? You can just type into the question in the chat box for me. So you're going to add either half liter or a liter of water per day, every day, for the next 7 days. Alright, great. Lots of yeses. Again, those of you who are listening. Again, just keep interacting, guys. So I know you're there, I know you're listening, because again, that's important to me as well. So if you're drinking like 3 liters a day, then go to 4. Okay, again, the key thing is you're moving in the right direction. That's what really matters, okay? You want to keep yourself drinking optimum amount of water. Like I drink 6 liters of water a day. Or so I'm saying, I drink 6 liters of water a day. Now, you might think, God, there's no way I can drink 6 liters of water a day. I'm not asking you to drink 6 liters of water a day, but that's something that you may eventually get to. But it's important to get to about 4 liters. Okay? Fiona, that's an important question that you're asking. I'm going to cover that in a little while, okay? So I'll come to that in a little while, just want to come on to more questions. In terms of like your max being 3, again, no, it doesn't have to be. I'll explain that again later as well, okay? Jane saying here, I love my water, but don't be asking me to do star jumps with that much water in me. That's a good one. Can you ask star jumps? tend to make people want to go to the toilet, that's for sure. Alright, so I'm going to share with you a little while again about why I drink 6 liters of water a day, and whether there is such thing as drinking too much water, because that's something that's put out there a lot. So basically, water is a natural appetite suppressant. Do not underestimate the power of this statement. Lack of water can lead to overeating. Your brain does not differentiate between hunger and thirst. So it's the same message, okay? So you get the same message to your brain whether you're thirsty or whether you're hungry, okay? And this is why I advise clients that 30 minutes or so before you're going to eat, make sure you drink a good lot of water. Because then when you go to eat, you will actually be eating what you need to eat. You're not ending up eating food when really you should be drinking water, okay? So it's a great tip for stopping yourself from eating too many calories, unnecessary calories that you don't even need because you're not actually hungry, okay? Or not as hungry as you think you are. So drink water about 30 minutes beforehand. Never drink it close to food or with food because it dilutes the nutrients. Okay, so all the food is going into your stomach. The body's trying to break it down. The hydrochloric acids to break it down too. But water, throwing that in with it or on top of it, that's going to just dilute it. Okay? And also it's going to grab the nutrients and drag them out of your body. Because the role of water in your body, a big role for it, is that it grabs toxins and bad things and pulls them out of your body. Okay, that's where it's great for detoxing. Okay, so from now on, 30 minutes before food, make sure you drink some water. That's an important tip. If you look at all these things that people are drinking all the time, like Gatorade, 7-Ups, Powerades, you got all the Lucozade sports, you see all the athletes on TV promoting them, Coca-Cola, and many other drinks that are out there. These things are disastrous because they're just laced with sugar. Now, again, if you're drinking more water and you're replacing these with water, do you think it's going to make a huge difference on your fat levels? Remember, we're speaking as a main topic on the call about the impact of water on decreasing your fat levels. And cutting out Coke, cutting out 7-Up, Powerades, Gatorades, and such drinks, you can do that. You're cutting out hundreds of calories every single day. And also, when you consume these types of products, they're giving you a sugar rush, then that has to go down. The body wants more sugar, so you usually go for more of these, or you go for sugary foods and sweets and cakes and biscuits and all that kind of stuff. So it's just giving you awful sugar cravings. Because when it's getting your insulin levels to start spiking, that makes your body actually hold onto fat instead of burning fat. So you're getting hit from all kinds of angles. So this is why even just cutting down your soft drinks and having water instead will have a huge difference in your fat levels. Massive level. And not just on your fat levels, it will have a huge difference on your mood as well and your energy. Because when you're getting these spikes up and down, your energy is going to be affected badly and your mood is going to be affected badly. So, what you should be getting from this is that, everything's linked together. It isn't just about, right, drink a bit of water, you're going to lose some fat. Drink a bit of water, you will lose some fat, but also you're going to have better mood, better energy, better concentration, better focus, and all these different things. So, cutting out your soft drinks or cutting them down will have a big impact on your fat loss, so replace them with water. Does that make sense, everybody? You can just confirm for me there that makes sense. Just get some water myself here. Okay, so pH of your water will help to balance your body's acidic environment. This balance leads to higher metabolism, and with higher metabolism you'll find it easier to lose fatty deposits you've gathered due to acidic waste in your body. So this is really important because most of what people are putting in their bodies, in terms of liquid form especially, is acidic. So when you put in all the Cokes and Gatorades and Lucozades and teas and coffees and so on, you're making your body very, very acidic. When your body's acidic, it doesn't work right. It doesn't work as optimum. Also, it's drawing out, vital minerals out of your bones. So this is where it can lead to things like osteoporosis or any bone disease. So again, we go from water and how it's important to drink it to possibility of getting bone disease. So this is why I'm stressing to you since the start that it's far more important than just it being water for a bit of thirst. There's so many more important elements to it. So higher metabolism. So if you can keep more alkaline, which the right kind of water will help you to do, then you're going to end up having a faster metabolism, which will burn more calories, which will allow your body to get even leaner. Okay? So increase energy then as well. When you have more energy, you feel more like training and exercising and eating the right foods and just feel better. So again, this is where, again, the water is so massive. All right? So pH is really important too. Supplements. If you consume supplements, so these are ones that I personally consume. If I take these and I'm not drinking enough water, I will get some benefit from them. If I take these and I drink a lot of water, I'll get a lot of benefit from them, because water is your transport mechanism. Both in the water going into your body, but also then the water in terms of in your blood. Remember, the blood is transporting the nutrients around your body. Okay? So it's really important if you take supplements of any kind, and this applies to your food too. The food being transported around your body, and put to where it needs to be. Water is crucial for it. So it's very important for you to not waste your money, because otherwise you are wasting money on all these kind of products. Because a huge percentage of the world now take products of some kind. And if you're not taking enough water in with it, it's not going to be beneficial. And I found this huge when I started to increase my water a number of years ago, that I didn't change anything else. I started getting better results from training. Started feeling better with my supplements. Started feeling I was getting better use from them. Okay, so water again is something even that will give you better value for money, both money that you're spending. So that's important. As I said, your blood's 83% water, so it's a transport mechanism distributing nutrients around the body. If you become even 1 or 2% dehydrated, your blood's going to thicken. This will impact the transport of nutrients. Okay, it's like getting clogged. But also if you're 1 or 2% dehydrated, it's the same as your brain. Your brain won't function properly. It doesn't have enough water. Remember, it doesn't retain water. So it's very important to stay hydrated, just even for your brain. Okay? So for all these different reasons, your blood is a transport mechanism. Your brain is the control tower of your whole body. It's so crucial to stay hydrated. And this is where you need to get to the stage where you're having about 3 liters definitely, and ideally even up to 4, because otherwise you're not properly hydrated. We need 2 or 3 liters minimum. And that's not counting in the fact that if you're somewhere where the temperatures are warm, that makes your body need more water as it dehydrates. If you drink teas and coffees, if you exercise a lot, all these things are causing your body to lose water. So you need to put the water back in. This is what I'm saying for everyone, to aim to get to about 4 liters a day consistently. Water assists digestion, absorption, and assimilation of food. If you don't drink enough water, you cannot get the full benefit of nutrients in the food you eat. So as I said, it transports the nutrients around the body. And the toxins in food are just stored in your body instead of being excreted out in your urine. So water assists excretion of waste from colon and kidneys. If you don't drink enough water, you get constipated and put excessive strength on your kidneys. So take the detox effect. The purpose, one of the biggest purposes of water is to get in, grab toxins, flush it out. This is when people drink extra water, and they do so even for a week, they tend to feel slimmer, even if they change absolutely nothing else. The reason is they have detoxified their body. And people be going on all kinds of crazy detox plans and boxes and drinks and potions and all kinds of stuff. You don't need to do any of that stuff. Save your money. Don't waste it on any of those products. Something as simple as drinking water. Double your water even for a week. Or in conjunction with that, have water-based foods. Focus on water-based foods. Watermelon and apple and such foods like that are mainly water-based. Because if you're having loads of water-based foods, then that's going to have a huge impact then as well on the detoxing effect, because it's still water. It's all water. Okay, so the more water-based foods you have, the more water itself you have, the more the body is going to detox itself. So just think about it like that. The bad guys are inside and they're hanging on. The water goes in, it grabs them and flushes it out of your body. Okay, does that make sense, everyone? Again, in the question box or chat box, just type in why you're in. If you're not sure of that, again, I want to make sure the whole detoxing is clear for everybody. Alright, seems to be clear. Great. Alright, good stuff. So that's important. So the whole detoxifying effect. So the human body basically is, at birth is about 90% water, maturity of 70%, at death about 50%. We die of dehydration. And that's the reality. It has a huge impact. That we die of dehydration. It's the more dehydrated we are, the shorter our lifespan is going to be. Because even look at this. Take people's skin. How is it that some people at 60 or 70 years of age really look old? They really are showing their age. They're showing the appearance that we associate with being old. Versus there's some people that might be 70 and they look 50. what have you seen as a trend with those people? Are they people who typically are unhealthy or healthy? No, healthy, of course. So people who tend to look a lot younger than they are, and whose skin looks great and clear and not many wrinkles, they tend to live healthy lives. They're very active. They don't smoke much or at all. They don't drink much or at all. They drink loads of water. They eat lots of fruits and vegetables, which are predominantly water. They're eating all healthy foods, not taking in many toxins. They have regular bowel movements and so on. So all these things are a factor, because this is all part of the aging process. You can look incredible at 60, 70, 80, any of these ages, with something as simple as water. If you can just be conscious to drink more water and be consistent with it. I'm sure those of you who drink a lot of water know that the times when you don't, you can see the difference in your skin. I know in my skin. I'm pretty good at having my 6 litres every day, but there's sometimes I won't. Some days I might only have 3 or 4 litres, which for me is a big difference. And if I do that for a couple of days, I'll see the difference in my skin. It's not as soft, it's not as clear, it's not as vibrant. It doesn't feel as good, it's not as soft. It makes a huge difference. Remember, your skin is actually the biggest organ in your body. So it's very important that as a result of that, you need to take care of it. Okay? So drink lots of water, even just for your skin, and to slow the aging process, basically. The thing is, these days, there's just so many diseases out there. People are dying of heart disease and strokes, diabetes, cancers everywhere. People are dying at very young age, even kids. Kids getting cancer these days is just absolutely crazy. So, if you look at all these different things, it's pretty crazy the impact that poor health is having in people's lives. And, this is the reality of what can happen if you don't take care of yourself. And what's important is that we need to start adopting a more Eastern-based approach. And for those of you who are over in the East, which I can see there are a few people on from like Australia and New Zealand and Japan and where else we got, Vietnam. These kind of countries, there's a more focus on prevention instead of treating. Over in the West, that's where I am here, living in Liverpool, UK, and for many people who are on here from Europe and the States, there's all focus on treating. So someone gets sick, right, what do we do now? Why not think about what do we do to prevent it in the first place? Okay? What do we do to prevent it in the first place? That's what's more important. So it's very important to start changing your mentality, start changing to prevention. It's like in everything I teach with Formula for Success, it's all about how to prevent things, how to live optimally. Not to let yourself get to rock bottom and then, okay, let's do something about it. That's the wrong mentality. Why let things get to that point? Because when you could reach a point of no return, and also when you get to that point, it's very hard to turn things around. Just mentally, it's just very hard for you to do so. So again, this is the thing in say the East, it's all about, what's your pH level. It's the first thing they test when you go into the hospitals in the East. Check your pH, because like I said earlier, your pH will determine whether you're very acidic or very alkaline, and that will give a lot of signs as to what kind of condition your body's in. Whereas if people go into a hospital in the West, a lot of time it's more, what's your medical insurance? That's kind of nearly the first question. That's the first concern. And that's all about, how do we treat this thing? Even when people get medication, they're given medication with the view that that's it for life. They're taking it for life. That's why people who are continuously getting ill, they end up having like 20, 30, 40 tablets every single day. It's just adding on and on and on, instead of focusing on how do we prevent these things. And like I touched on earlier, we prevent these things by being more alkaline. The more alkaline your body is, the more you can prevent all these bad things happening. Now, water is water, right? That's what people think. It's just water. It's not the fact. You'd be surprised at the difference in water. So if you take, like, there's tap water, you've got things like Brita filters, you've got bottled water, all kinds, where people volcanic or streams or all these different types of waters. You've got like the fizzy waters and stuff too. Flavored waters, French waters, Irish waters, UK waters, American waters, reverse osmosis. You've got all these different types of waters. Which is best? Well, what I'd say to you is on that, because people are always asking me about tap water and bottled water, and obviously bottled water is a huge, huge industry. It makes billions or trillions every single year, and from my point of view, I look at it and say that was an absolute genius idea. Like, I remember, this must be at least 20, 25 years ago, on a show in Ireland called Late Late Show. A guy went on who had set up a company called Ballygowan. If you've heard of it, it's a bottled water company in Ireland. Actually, see a picture there in the top, there in the middle. And he said, we're going to bottle water and sell it. And the whole audience burst out laughing. It's the stupidest thing they'd ever heard. Now look at it. Ballygowan's one of probably hundreds at this stage of companies selling bottled water, and flavoured water, and fizzy water, and so on. So, like, you know, who's laughing now? But the thing is, you know, some people decide on, oh, it's all bottled water, some people still take the tap water. The reality is that they're both bad. They're both not the best you could have. They both have their flaws. Tap water comes out at a pH of 7.365 because it has to come out at that, otherwise it can't come out. But you have seen the water that's in most rivers around. Some of you even may have been to or know of water treatment centres, I suppose they'd be called, when I've been at them. And the smell there is something atrocious. It is absolutely disgusting. A friend of mine worked in one of them for many years. That's where I got to see firsthand what happens there. And the amount of chemicals you have to pump into the water to make it get to that proper pH so it's drinkable is incredible. It's actually scary. And you're taking in all those chemicals every time you're drinking tap water. Now that might make you think, okay, never again, no more tap water, I'm drinking bottled water from now on. Well, bottled water, how long has the water been in the bottle? That's the important question here. And a lot of time it'll be there for a long time. Okay, because it's just all bottled up, put in the crates, put in the warehouses, shipped around the place. You could get a bottle of water that was packaged a week before, or it could be 6 months or a year before. You've no way of telling 100%. And what the danger of that then is, like, obviously the water is not high quality when it's left that long. It's lost a lot of its, you know, ion charge, and you know, it's lost a lot of its benefits and it's turned into like dead water. But also because it's in plastic, the plastic is leaching into the water. So that's a lot of the estrogen and chemicals and hormones from the bottle, the plastic it's made from, is seeping then into the water. So that's what we're then drinking. So you're caught on one side with chemicals in the plastic and possible hormones and estrogen from the bottled water, and then the tap water, even though you can drink it and it's fine to drink, you're still taking in a lot of the crap that has to be put into it. Okay? So I'll give you a few little solutions on how to improve on that a little bit later. But for now, what I wanted to share with you briefly is, you know, what I use. How do I overcome this solution or this problem? How do I overcome the problem of, you know, having quality and healthy drinking water? Well, this is what I use. I use a Kangen alkaline ionizer. Okay, if anyone has ever heard of an ionizer before, you know, there's a number of them out there in the market in the last couple of years, and you know, this is without doubt the best investment I have ever made in my life, ever. In terms, especially in my health, it is absolutely a phenomenal machine. What it does, not just in the drinking water, not just does like that for me from a drinking point of view, but what it does in every other way. You know, it has so many different uses, both in cleaning. It saves. We are chemical free. We don't use any chemicals or deodorant or any of these things because this covers it. This even covers toothpaste. But you know, more than that in another training, because again, I just want to touch on it right now. A few quick points about it. You know, a couple of benefits of it is antioxidation. Okay, so this is the rusting process. So if you take when you cut an apple, within a couple of seconds or 30 seconds, it's starting to go off. Again, that's because it's getting oxidized. Okay, the oxygen's hitting it, it's starting to go off and rot, and it's losing its enzymes. Okay, so it's antioxidation. So you would have heard me speak a lot about, you know, fruits and vegetables, salad berries, and all the antioxidants in them, and how that helps to improve your immune system and keep you strong. It's the same with alkaline ionized water, proper alkaline ionized water. Because like I said, there are many different types of ionizers out there. But if you use something like the Kangen unit, which is the best by far, it is the gold standard without a doubt, it includes a lot of antioxidants. And that was something I noticed massively when I started using it. ORP, oxygen reduction potential. So again, cellular degeneration and aging, a lot of substances you put in your mouth, a lot of liquids you put in, they actually have a positive ORP. This means they're leading to degeneration and aging. And we've tested waters all over the UK and Ireland, and I know of people who've tested them around the States and Australia and various parts of Europe, and every single tap water has a very positive ORP. All bottled water is positive ORP. Most drinks like Gatorades and Cokes on them are off the charts positive ORP. The Kangen unit is minus ORP, which means it's, you know, it's preventing cell degeneration. You can see here a chart on some of the things that that where they're factoring in on the scale of oxidation reduction potential. So the Kangen unit anywhere from 350 to I've seen at 450, 500. It depends really on where your water is, but it has an incredible difference. And what it's doing is it's taking all the gunk out of your water. It doesn't take the fluoride, because you need a special unit to do that, but it takes all the chemicals that have been pumped into the water. So at least you're getting clean, fresh water. Alkaline ionizer, it has a charge, you're getting antioxidants, it has the negative ORP. Now, quick question, here's a quiz. Look at these two guys. What age would you say the guy on the left is? What age would you say the guy on the right is? And if you know, some of you have been on my calls before when I've covered this topic, so you know the answer. But if anyone who hasn't, what age is the guy on the left? What age is the guy on the right? I'll just get some water myself. So again, just put into the question box, chat box. So let me see here. Sandra, good memory. Yeah, we've got a good mix. 18 from the guy on the left being even as low as 35. I don't know if he looks that young. 35 to 45 is kind of the average. Guy on the right is anything lowest seems to be about 60, 65, anything up to 75, 80. Okay, that's interesting. This is the reality. They're both 70. Both 70. Now look at the two guys. Guy on the right, 70-year-old, we think of grey hair, going bald, a bit wrinkly. Obviously the guy who takes reasonable care of himself for a typical 70-year-old. Look at the guy on the left. Big head of black hair, it's shiny, skin looks great, he looks very young, looks very healthy. This guy on the left is actually the founder, the creator of the magic Kangen machine. He's the guy who founded it. So Mr. Oshiro. So it's pretty incredible again how well he looks. Do you understand about dyeing his hair? Maybe. No, he's definitely not wearing a wig. Again, I've met this guy, and this guy's pretty incredible and passionate about helping people. And again, he's totally genuine. Now, whether he might be dyeing his hair a bit, maybe. He is 70, so I'm sure there has to be some grey hairs. Like, I'm not going to tell you that drinking water is going to stop you getting grey hair, because that is not sure. Or that's not guaranteed, and it's highly unlikely. Alright? But again, you can see, and the guy looks incredible, especially if you see him face to face. Again, this you can see the contrast in these two pictures, but compared to being face to face, there's just no comparison. It's amazing the difference. Another benefit of the water, what it does is microclustering. Now, you know when you drink water and you feel the water in your belly, like a water belly, so it feels like it's stuck, and even if you move a bit, you can hear it jiggling around. Again, that's not something that should happen, because the water should be getting into your system, should be absorbing properly. Microclustering, so it's always small clusters of water. That's what the Kangen water does, the alkaline. That's part of the ionization charge. That's what it's doing. And when you drink it, it goes in so easy. Like, I throw back literally pints or liters of water, easy, all one go. If you drink normal tap water that way, it's really, really hard. And it's because of all the clusters. So as it says here, it results in better hydration, absorption of essential nutrients, increased energy, softer skin, penetration of cells, improved acid waste removal from your body. So, you know, if the water can get in faster, of course, it's going to benefit you a lot. Mark of approval here is it's approved by the Japanese Association for Preventive Medicine for Adult Diseases. There's thousands of doctors in Japan and Asia in general who now have these units in their practices. And I said the hospitals focus more on prevention, you know, and they check their pH. Again, it's a different mentality altogether. This again is a picture of myself, you know, with our unit. As it's the best thing I have ever got, best unit and investment I've ever made in my health ever, and I've invested a lot in my health over time. If you want a link to explain about Kangen more and show you how the video machine works, how it compares to its competition, you know, how it's made, what it does, you know, just send me an email or send me a Facebook message requesting a link. Also, in the follow-up message to this webinar, if you're on this live, we'll include some links as well. And also, go check out Kangen Water. It's the best alkaline water. That'll give you a lot of information on it. You know, there's some videos on it. There's some webinars on it. There's lots of information, articles. There's tons of stuff there. So I'm just going to type that link in if anyone wants to go to it and check it out. If anyone's interested in finding out more, as I said, just contact me. Water.com. So that's the link there to go to it. That's the website. Loads of information on it for you to check out. So guys, any questions you have about anything that I covered on the presentation about water in general, shout it out, put it in the chat box, or anything on the Kangen, anything at all, just let me know, okay? Type into the question box. Before we do, actually, you start typing questions, just going to do a quick recap. So we're basically 75% water, our brains are 83% water, so that again stresses how important water is to us. Hydration curbs hunger. Again, a lot of time when you think you're hungry, you're not, you're actually thirsty. So drinking water will make you feel fuller. So make sure from now on you drink water about 30 minutes before you eat, okay? And don't drink water for about 30 minutes afterwards, because again, you don't want to be wasting the nutrients. You want to have the nutrients coming out fast. It'll replace sugary drinks. That's going to take down your calorie intake dramatically. That's going to make a huge difference to your level of fat in your body. So remember, you know, water has a huge impact on the amount of fat in your body, from the way it increases your metabolism, the way it causes the body to detox, the way it makes you feel fuller. You're not drinking sugary drinks. You're not eating as much food. It's also a transport mechanism for nutrients into your bloodstream and muscles for faster recovery and results. So it actually helps your body to get fed better. If your body gets the nutrients faster, it's going to recover much faster. That's what training is all about. Rip your body to pieces and then get it to recover as fast as possible until you train it again. Detox effect, as I said, it gets the toxins out of your body. That's a huge important factor in it. So if you were looking to detox your body, stay away from all these detox plans out there, you know, all these boxes, potions, pills. Drink loads of water, as much as you can, and focus on consuming water-based foods. Fruits, veg, salad, berries. That's a detox. It's a healthy, natural detox. Staying hydrated slows the aging process, because again, it's just keeping your skin, the biggest organ of the body, well hydrated. All water is not equal. Like I said, tap water versus bottled water, reverse osmosis, all these different methods. You know, there's a huge difference in them. They have positives, they have negatives. But for me, the only way to drink water is alkaline ionized water. It is the best way to drink water, and it's a worthwhile investment. And Kangen, of all the units throughout them, I've looked at them all, I've seen them broken down, I've seen their parts compared. There is just no comparison. And in one of my videos, I show you the difference between the parts in the Kangen unit versus other well-promoted ionizer units out there as well, but some of you may have heard of. So Kangen produces the best alkaline ionized water. Base your vibrant health awaits you. As I stress in all of our free trainings, you know, what we teach you on these calls has the power, if implemented, to transform your life in many, many ways, and water has that power too. Let me just go back here. So guys, any questions, typing them in. Okay. Right, so let me check that out. So, Daniel, most certainly. So Daniel's just asking, could water remove blockages in the blood system and thin the blood? You know, as I said earlier on, if you're not drinking enough water, if you're not hydrated enough, even by 1 or 2%, the blood is going to thicken up. And this is so, so important. Again, think of people who have heart problems, heart disease, have had heart attacks, have had strokes. A lot of times something as simple as water could have just allowed their blood to flow better, flow a bit better, flow a bit faster, bring the nutrients to the body a bit better. No, you can't underestimate the power of water. It's just absolutely crucial to drink more water. Whatever type of water. As I've said, I recommend drinking Kangen alkaline ionized water. But you know, if that was something you just decided wasn't for you, drink more water generally. It's like someone going, I want to eat all organic veg, but I can't afford it. Of course, eating all organic is the best way. But if you can't afford it, at least eat a lot of veg and fruits and stuff. Stop eating junk. Put the best you can into your body. That's basically the most important message I can give you. So Daniel, yes, it would make a big difference. So if you only were saying about the 3 liters, so the thing is, it's all about habit. I used to drink 2-3 litres religiously for many, many years, and I felt that was my most. As I said, I drink now 6 litres. And it came about what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when I started to study water a lot more and its many benefits. And I came across the Kangen as well. That made me look into water more and what was happening and the alkalizing effects and so on. And I gradually started increasing my water because it made a lot of sense. And when I increased my water, the difference it made to my alertness, my focus, concentration, memory, my mood, my training recovery, my skin, the skin difference was amazing. Even my hair felt so much better. Remember, every part of your body is cells. Everything. Fingers, your nails, your hair, your eyes, everything is cells. And your cells are dependent on what you put into your body, both food and liquid. So if you put in the right food, put in the right liquid, you're going to feel the benefits. So the difference in your skin and hair is incredible. In terms of like hurting your bladder, this is where this thing has come out a lot, over the last couple of years. Oh, if you drink too much water, it's bad for you. How can it be bad for you? Eating too much McDonald's is bad for you. Eating too much ice cream or having too much alcohol is bad for you. Having too many fags is bad for you. How can drinking too much water be bad for you? Water is natural. We're 75% water. Our brains are 83% water. We need water. However, if you right now drink 500 milliliters of water a day, and you start drinking 6 liters of water a day from tomorrow, that is just way overloading your body. Your body cannot handle that. If you force it to try to process 6 liters of water when it's used to half liter or liter or even 2 liters, that is going to cause your body a bit of harm because it cannot adjust that fast. And that's why from early on in this presentation, I urged you to just increase your water intake. So if you're on half liter a day at the moment, increase it to 1 liter. If you're on 2 liters, increase it to about 3 liters. If you're on 3 liters, increase it to 4 liters. So it's not a gigantic jump. Okay, so it's so important to do it at the right speed. Okay, I can guarantee you, you will not experience a negative reaction. You will experience more frequent toilet breaks and urges to go, or more urgent urges to go. That's just your body adjusting. That's not a bad thing, Like it's some people say, oh, I don't want to drink more water because I'll be going to the toilet all the time. Well, going to the toilet all the time is bad because what it's doing is it's just detoxing your body and flushing out all the bad things. Oh, how bad that is. This is the reality of it. It's an inconvenience, but it's a worthwhile inconvenience. I don't know how many times I go to the toilet a day, but I go a lot. I'm drinking 6 liters of water a day. But the beauty of it is I'm detoxing constantly. So when I'm eating good food, it just, will still have some crap on it. Or I've had, more treats and eaten badly. I'm detoxing my body constantly. So that's priceless. This is, as I said, it's an inconvenience that's worth having. Jane, you're saying here Chinese people always look younger than Western people. The difference is amazing. Like for anyone who's been to anywhere in Asia, they look so young. When they say their age, you're just amazed. Like, take a lot of Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, any of these. That time they look like little girls. You think they're really young, and they could be in their 30s. Their skin is amazing. Especially just more and more Asians, coming over to Europe, and especially in America. America is just full of Asians. They look so young and so attractive and pretty as well. Again, that's a big reason for it because, they take care of themselves. They're doing the right things with their bodies. They're taking care of what they're putting in. So it's so crucial for you to put in the effort to getting, the right nutrients into your body, and water has a big role to play in that. So if you want to see, you put another comment here about putting that amount of water and putting huge pressure on the bladder and kidneys. I hope I've answered your question. Just confirm that I've answered your question okay there. Fiona, yeah. Again, I supply services anywhere. I'm not sure are you referring to me doing coaching with you, or are you referring to Kangen specifically? So just let me know. Just confirm here in the box actually in terms of what you mean by my services. But yeah, I work with people all over the world. At the moment I'm based in Liverpool in the UK, but I have clients around America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, UK, parts of Europe, and so on. So again, I can work with people anywhere. So just confirm in what aspect of my services you're relating to. Oh, that's actually something that makes you remember something. Right, Fiona's just saying here, she drinks water from a glass bottle from a firm called Flasca. That is a great book. So Fiona's saying here, there's a book, Your Body's Many Cries for Water. I can't remember the name of the guy who wrote it, but yeah, it's a great book. Oh yeah, Kangen. So yeah, Fiona, what you do is drop me a line, drop me a message. I'm not sure we connect on Facebook, but email me just saying you would love to have more information and let me know your questions and so on, and we can get something set up, get you your Kangen unit to you, no problem at all. So I work with people all over the world. But that glass reminds me. I said about, say if you're waiting to get a Kangen unit, if you want to get one, you order one, and you want to get one, but you're waiting for it, or if you decide it's not for you right now, best thing to do then is, as the tap water is not great for many reasons, bottled water is not great for many reasons, I would edge more towards tap water if it was a head-to-head. That's what I personally do if I'm without my Kangen unit. Like when I moved to Liverpool first, I left my Kangen unit with my wife and son so they could use it, so I was drinking bottled water. So I got glass jugs, because glass is the best thing to have water in, not plastic, and I left the water sit there for 24 hours. What that meant then is that all the chemicals are dispersing, because once chlorine and all the other things hit the air, they start to disperse. So at least then I'm left with the cleanest the water can possibly be. It's still not nowhere near as good as alkaline ionized water, but at least it's cleaner than it was when it came out of the tap. Okay? So glass is definitely the way to go. Glass bottles, glass jars, and so on. Yeah, that's good as well. If you want to make water, like I do this first thing every morning. Again, I drink my alkaline water, but also I put lemon in it. So first thing in the morning, last thing at night, a bit of lemon, just a slice of lemon in the water. It just alkalizes it even more. Just like an insurance policy. But again, if you don't have a unit right now, that'll give you a bit of alkaline water. Good to drink. What's that? Fiona saying she's doesn't need any dairy. Brilliant. A small amount of sugar. Yeah, just watch the type of sugar. If you're going to eat some sugar, try to make sure it's real, proper sugar. Kazi, can you just confirm what magnetic coaster is? Because firstly, I haven't actually heard of it. Just confirm what that is for me. So as I said, guys, anyone who has further questions about water, Kangen, because sometimes questions that come to you after the calls, that's kind of sod's law, as they say. But especially if you want more information on the Kangen, or you'd like to speak to me more about it, or you'd like to get a demo, I can organize demos and stuff to be done for you so you can see it happening. I've got links to demos too, so you can see again what the unit does. Again, check your follow-up email because it will contain details of a link to a demo that you can check out too. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, Kazi. I presume that's probably to do again with magnets and the water, and that'll help with the ionization of it. Again, like it's platinum grade plates are inside in the Kangen unit, 7 platinum grade plates, which is the best you can have in it, and it's to do again with the electricity and ionizing and so on. So I presume the magnets is probably do something similar, but it's not going to be equivalent. That's one thing I can tell you for certain. But if you want to send me on some links to check that out, send me an email with links to it. Check it out, give you some feedback. You can also have to do that, guys, any products rating you either have or you're looking at getting. Alright, any other further questions, guys? As I said, any questions on the Kangen, or if you want to speak about it more, if you want to find out more information, or if you want to order a unit, just shoot me an email. You can see here Dave at Dave Sheahan. It's Dave at Dave-Sheahan.com, or shoot me a Facebook message. I'd be delighted to help you out. And also, again, I said I'm in the UK, but I can get people in Ireland to meet you on my behalf if you're in Ireland and you'd like to have someone show you how it works, show you a demo, even give you some samples of the water so you can try it. That might be an option for you, Fiona. So just shoot me a line and let me know what you'd like to do, what the next step we'd like to be. Alright, we all good? Well, I just want to thank you all for being on. I always like to congratulate my attendees and my calls because there's people on from all over the world. For some of you, it's early in the morning, like in Oz, and for some of you, it's late at night, 11 o'clock if you're Ireland, UK. It's midnight. If it's just hit midnight now, if you're in Central Europe, and in America it's all different times in the afternoon. So you know, you're showing great dedication. That's where you're going to achieve success. But remember, you need to take action. You know, getting former for success is all about educating and supporting people on how to regain control of body, mind, and health, and just feeling the catalytic effects that has on every other area of your life. You know, you can have whatever you want in life, but you need to take action. If you don't take the right action, then you're not going to achieve the results. All right? Okay, so it's Dave Sheahan here, founder of Formula for Success. You know, wishing you continued success, wishing you, you know, fun, vibrant, fulfilling, successful life. But remember, to get that, you must take action. I look forward to hearing from you soon, and I look forward to speaking to you and seeing you on the next Form for Success training. Please go out there and share the message about what we do. Help us get more and more people to be aware of what we do, and hopefully they will also attend our call. Okay? All right, great stuff. Take care and chat to you soon.